into the grid where the future's alive. Web3's calling, yeah, we're taking the dive. AI's in the code, lighting up the stream. Metaverse rising, living every dream. NFTs in our hands, a canvas so bold. Crypto's the key to a world untold. The Real and Common podcast, breaking through the noise. Tune in, turn up, it's the future we rejoice. Future Watch, we're leading the way. Tomorrow's now, it's here to stay. From pixels to power, we're shaping the scene. The Real and Common podcast, the ultimate dream. Digital skies where the avatars play. Blockchain's the pulse, paving out the highway. Synth with the bots, AI's got our back. Infinite realms, no turning back. NFTs in our hands, a canvas so bold. Crypto's the key to a world untold. The Real and Common voice, breaking through the noise. Tune in, turn up, it's the future we hoist. Future Watch, we're leading the way. Tomorrow's now, it's here to stay. From pixels to power, we're shaping the scene. The Real and Common podcast, the ultimate dream. Future Watch, the signal's clear, the revolution's now. It's here. Web3, AI, and more to see.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Future Watch. I'm here with my co-hosts D and MetaBeast, and we're diving into episode 2 of what's shaping to be a very exciting new show for us, guys. And I really appreciate everyone that tuned into the pilot episode. We had a lot of good feedback, actually. I mean, I was actually really surprised with the feedback. It was all the Futureverse guys that came and showed up. Dave, Bildo, and as well as MetaBeast right here. Speaking of MetaBeast, guys, we also have a new segment of our channel called Virtual Destinations with MetaBeast. We will bring that in a little bit later, guys. But anyways, I really appreciate everyone for tuning in. It's not every week that we're going to have a guest. The show was not really designed to have guests every single week. It's kind of like the show is basically us trying to like traverse the Web3 world through our eyes and try to like at least break it down, simplify it for you in a nice, meaningful way to where you can kind of digest the information. Or at least that's the goal that we're trying to do so far. So today, guys, we're going to be turning the spotlight on some of the most creative and innovative and boundary-pushing content creators in the Web3 space. These are creators who are redefining how we think about digital ownership, community, and the future itself, if you think about it, guys. So this episode will start a little bit different. You're not going to cover every single creator. There are so many creators in this space. There's like thousands of them, and we can't really cover them all in one episode, unfortunately. So we're going to just cover a handful, about 5 of them, some that you've heard, some that you've maybe never heard of before, which is the goal right here, is to kind of like put an eye and a spotlight on people you guys have never seen before. So throughout this season, we'll do something similar like this. We'll circle back and we'll start looking at some of the other creators as well. But we're going to circle and just kind of do 5 creators here so far. So guys, let's dig into it right now. How is everyone doing today? D, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much, Hinano. That was a very nice introduction. I'm excited. This is our 2nd episode of Future Watch, and it's a learning experience, not just for whoever tunes in and listens and watches, but also for us, because like you were saying, there's so many different people creating in the space, in the Web3 digital space, and we may miss some, maybe a lot, because there are just so many out there. So if we miss someone, there's going to be more shows to cover other creators out there for us to learn about, for you to be educated on, and see if maybe whatever project they're working on is something that you're interested in. and you can, follow up with them and go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna stick with just a few today to get started, and please give us your feedback and comments if there are other ones that we may not cover today. Um, Let us know, and you may see them in the future episodes when we talk about the certain people that you may be interested in. So yeah, that might be consisting of many more future episodes if we have a whole list. But anyways, enough rambling for me. Move on to MetaBeast. How are you, MetaBeast, or MetaBeast? How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm happy and excited to be here with you guys. Saw somebody said love what you're doing, and I do too. Taking a fresh take and fresh look at new people and the different things going on in the Web3 space. It's wild and crazy, and hopefully many people find you to be their anchor and give them the information they need to get started and protect themselves and create some cool stuff.
Yeah,
I love that you said that. You know, people do content for certain reasons. The one thing that D and I have always been very adamant about why we're here is we want this space to succeed. And when I mean this space, I'm not just talking about like the digital collecting space where we came from, the entire space. I mean, a lot of these projects that we started off in, they all use blockchain technology, whether we like it or not. So if this space succeeds, then everyone here succeeds with it. And so that is why we like to do what we do. And also we do it for our audience right here. So thank you, MetaBeast. And MetaBeast, I'm super excited for virtual destinations. I don't know what you have up your sleeve yet, man. You can kind of give the audience a little bit of a sneak preview of what they have to look forward to later on the show.
You bet, you bet. Well, eventually I will get in and we will take some actual virtual go to some virtual destinations, let you see what the metaverse looks like in different platforms and such. And maybe one of them might grab your curiosity a little bit more. And just always know that if at any time afterwards you do want some assistance going in, I'm more than happy to help take you to any of them that I am aware of and know. But I'll be doing that, highlighting one each week for the first several weeks because there's several of them to get to. Today, I'm just going to kind of give a brief overview of what how some define what the metaverse is, what I define it as, what it is, and some other general basics just about the metaverse. So it'll kind of be low key today, but not everybody may know what the metaverse is either. So
I think that's a great start, man. And like I said, like we're starting off just as well. So it's kind of like this is the test run for you in virtual destinations. So we're looking forward to it, man. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you got cooking this season. So
thank you.
Before we get started, guys, I want to do some quick news, just really quick. Here we go, the button somewhere around here. Let's do some quick news, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the program today. So guys, today we have some news from Altered State, or maybe it was the other day, but rev up your creativity. Join our latest creator challenge. Use our 3D generator to imagine any type of car or truck from yesteryears or the future. Share your creation below and be in it to win credits. And so basically, try out the Altered States app, right? But what is Altered State? Well, it's basically kind of what we talked about last week. They're affiliated with the Futureverse, and Altered State is an AI-driven tool set, kind of like an API or an SDK. And that lets developers and creators make smart, interactive 3D content. Think of like characters, objects, or environments for games and digital worlds. Digital worlds like Fortnite and stuff like that, right? So Futureverse uses it to power their AI innovations across their ecosystem, blending artificial intelligence with metaverse experiences to make them more immersive and interoperable. And so I have some examples here I want to show, and it kind of blew my mind. And I think you've seen this as well, MetaBeast. And by the way, this is the X profile right there. If you guys don't know what Alter State is, go check them out and take a deep dive into their website. But this is basically what the 3D creator tool can do. And so this was a kid called Beast that they converted into a humanoid. So I thought that was really cool. It says right here, I uploaded one of my Kid Called Beast NFTs into Alter State, and this is the character that came out of this. And it's my understanding, MetaBeast, once they create this, this is a mintable object that's on the blockchain. Am I right?
Actually, no, you don't have to mint it. It doesn't get minted. You just get the download, but you can take that to a platform that does allow like GLBs and those types of files.
Okay.
I would have said OpenSea, but I think they no longer do that. At one time you could, but for some reason I'm thinking you can't anymore there. And I kind of need to find out where to go to do that kind of thing, because I got some things with audio I want to create.
See, this tripped me out because I've been watching Bildo just take images and make it in this thing. In fact, speaking of Bildo, he took the image of the Batmobile right here. And so I just thought this was really interesting. This is something that we probably need to get him back on the channel to go deeper on. I know we discussed Alter State a little bit, but yeah, if you guys know what's going on with them and you guys are 3D creators, check this out because you might have a good opportunity. And speaking of a kid called Beast, we also have Raspy here, and he basically has a competition. Community contest, and he's calling all the creators right here. We're looking for mock Beast character billboard ads and posters, the kind you'd see plastered all over the city. So I'm assuming this has something to do with the upcoming Beast game that he kind of talked about in one of our past Aloha Friday episodes. So it says right here, movie posters, food ads, gym campaigns, club promos, sport matches, yoga studios, and anything you'd find in a real urban jungle. He wants everyone to get creative and go wild on their creations. So here's some of the rules. It needs to be portrait or landscape format. The characters must stay true to the Genesis 8-bit or anime collections. So no mouths, no noses, no half masks or skins showing under the mask. The prizes. They'll be raffling off some Genesis Beasts and Bit Beasts to those who participate. So post your best ads in the comments and start building. And right here's the link for that. MetaBeast, this is something that you're going to participate in.
There's a good probability. There's a good probability. I've been waiting for the game to come about.
It looks so cool, man. It looks so cool. When they drop it and I actually get access, I want in.
I love so much that they're doing. I've said it before. They could go away tomorrow, and I have my money's worth, and they've given us they've taught us how, given us so many different tools to use to take our beast to a level that whatever level you want to, pretty much. So, and it's cool seeing all the different creators out there, what they're doing with their beasts, and especially the dark ones. And I hear the animes coming. People are raving about the anime. I'm not a huge.
You got enough beast points for that, man?
What's that?
You got enough beast points for that?
Probably not. I put a stop on raffles for now, because basically I would do a couple raffles, and I would earn those coins back just in time to bid on the next one. But I did win one from it too, so it's hard not at least putting one bid in, or buying one ticket.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I have my points, but I don't have that many points accumulated. So I'm just holding on to them for dear life, because I see like the raffles when it happens, and is it Mimi? Is that how you say her name? Yeah, so when she posts like, oh yeah, go enter, I'm like, oh man, like I would love to, because there's a chance that I could win something. But then I'm like, I don't want to, because I need those are like precious points to use for other things. So yeah, I haven't taken part of the raffles, but maybe I don't know, maybe in the future.
I think you have just a Bit Beast.
I have 2-bit beast and 1 Genesis.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you get about as much as I do, so I get it.
Yeah.
She's got a rare beast, actually, man. She's got a really rare beast.
Ooh.
She's got the one with the boom box.
Nice. You have to show it sometime. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, I'll show it later on. I'll post it.
Yeah,
Um,
we got lucky when we got in the project because I think it was the lowest I seen the floor. So I got my beast, and he's kind of like a techie beast, so he kind of matched my personality. But I got mine for $220 in ETH, and then D's, I think we got hers for 250.
Mhm.
Those are good.
We just got lucky.
Yeah,
So,
and then you like rocket it. Like you went back to 400 and eventually 700 again. Like
Well-
after we had bought it, I'm like, oh, that was so perfect.
There's a lot of people out there that try to keep the floor up. It still boggles my mind compared to some of the other projects out there that their floor is so high that it just boggles my mind that the beasts aren't up there. And
Mhm.
you know, you'll hear this stuff. People are doing stuff with the penguins and the ones that have been around for a while, and the beasts still don't seem to get put in that same level or category as them. And I mean, I don't know the statistics, but I know what I see, and it just surprises me. So
I
that's
think they're
okay.
going to have their time, man. I really think they're going to have their time. And I think after they're done with all these types of activations, I'm calling them activations, experiences, whatever you call them, you know, you got the different collections that's going to be dropping. You've got the new immersive world that they got. And, you know, you also got the physicals too. And so there's a lot to like about this. And I don't know if you saw the interview we did with Raspy, but he was just making me super bullish in terms of the future. And what I like about what they're doing is they're not rushing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some people will rush and be like, okay, we're going to have to try to appease the community. And they're like, community, please understand. And I love this community. This community has been so nice and welcoming.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You got to interview Raspy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I don't remember hearing about that one. That's
That
cool.
was the first one of the year.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you just got to look in one of our in our latest live playlists. You'll see it. I believe it's the interview after David Yu.
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
Yeah. First one in
So-
January.
And shout out to Raspy because we would love to have him back on. I'm waiting for the game because I want to show the gameplay. You know, even like the Futureverse. You know, if I can ever get in there as well. I'm a little bit late to the game, guys. I want to show all that. I want to actually show the content on here. I want to play the game. My daughter is so interested in all this stuff too. She's a heavy gamer right here. So we're gonna have to see what's going on. But let's move this.
Yep.
Let's keep this moving because we're still on the news right here. And this is the final thing of the news right here. The VVverse mobile announcement right here. So catch the official announcement video from Dan Crothers himself. Now you can explore, build, and connect in the VVverse anytime, anywhere, right from your phone. So why do you need mobile? It's faster, lighter, and smoother. Optimized for speed and accessibility. Fewer items per space equals better performance. And basically, dude, it's in your phone, right? So the VVverse Mobile is your on-the-go companion, built for the quick access and seamless navigation. Future updates will bring even more features. This is just the beginning. What are you most excited for? Put it in the comments down below. I'm not going to go look at the comments. I have not really watched this video, but I remember when we talked to Dan last week, Friday, he also mentioned the mobile version. He was very sly, wasn't he, D? He said, I can't tell you when it's going to get announced, and they announced it today. So, we got you. Yes. So, check that out, guys. And that has been the quick live news.
Nice. I like that.
There we go, guys.
Right.
So,
Good job.
D, anything you want to talk about or anything you want to discuss before we move on to the topic of the day?
No, I think we should start if we're able to start with our handful of content web3 content creators in the space and check them out. I think it's going to be really fun.
All right, guys. So our first creator here today, and some of you might know her, is Jumpstart Janie. And I'm not really sure how you got that name, but Janie Park right here. You've seen her in the reset. You've seen her on her live streams. I believe she has the digital runway. Is that what it's called, D?
Her
As
newsletter?
well.
Yeah.
As well as mukbang streams as well. Let me I had to approve that for you, MetaBeast, and I didn't even know what that was. There you go, MetaBeast. Anyways, so this is Janie Park right here. And guys, who is Janie Park? Well, Janie Park is a global beauty and fashion tech executive. She is a strategic marketer, content creator, and digital innovator. She's the founder of the Digital Runway, a media brand focused on fashion, beauty, technology, including Web3, AI, and digital fashion, and business trends. With many years of experience in retail and fashion, she has worked with major brands across the US, Europe, and Asia. Janie is also a thought leader, consultant, and speaker who shares insights on marketing, fashion tech, and AI through her newsletter and her podcast. And guys, this is her X profile right over here. Go check it out. If you haven't yet, go give her a follow. This is also her YouTube channel. And I was watching her and Dave last night with Mukbang Mondays. And Janie, if you're watching still, I bet my wife would love to come on your show because she loves to talk and eat, and I think she would just be perfect for it right there. I was watching them last time. Like I know you're salivating watching her eat her food right there. So anything you want to add?
No, that was really cool to so Janie was saying that their goal, or I guess the idea of the show last night, was just for 1 hour, and she said that at the 3 hour mark as well. So and then she was like, oh my gosh, it's 3.5 hours. But it was yeah, it was really cool. And when they were doing their prompting thing, her and Dave, it was hilarious because the cats, the typing cats, okay. Janie, I gotta say, we thought Dave was bad in story time. Like your keyboard is like do. He was like, I was like, oh my gosh, she's like battling her keyboard.
Remember the build noise? Oh, from the keyboard.
Yeah. But it was yeah, it was a great episode last night.
It was.
Those two are like, they complement each other so well. And just the things that they were talking about and showing, and yeah, it was fun. It was funny and fun. So great job.
Great job. And I also have a video right here. We'll be right back.
My name is Janie Park. I am very glad you're here. I am a global beauty fashion tech executive turned media brand founder. I am building solopreneur with my AI tech stack, the Digital Runway. And part of this journey really kicked off from actually doing the artist way myself.
And there you go, guys. Go and give Janie a follow right here. Awesome community member. She recently came from the VV community, and just awesome content from her right there. D, anything you want to add before we move on to the next creator?
Subscribe to her newsletter, guys. Just to support, and please read it. If you don't read it, just subscribe so her subscriber count goes up and she has more reach across different platforms. I get a notification each week when she puts one out. So she does, in her profile on X, she does have her I guess it's her link tree or whatever. She's a stan, that store. So that brings you to all her stuff that she has available, from her newsletters, her videos, her podcast. And right below her picture, you'll see where you can find her on all those different social platforms. So yeah, and also catch her because she does pop in on the Reset Sunday with Dave, and she has her own little a segment part of the show where she talks about the weekly news with beauty and fashion and Web3. So yeah, go check her out.
Shout out to Janie Park. And also I want to give a shout out to Froey Comey right here. What is up, brother? I hope you're feeling better. I know you were a little bit sick, but it's good to see you again. And thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Good to see you, Fro, bro. And I hope you're doing well with the family right there. All right, guys, moving on.
Real quick,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. If
Absolutely.
I can, I think if I'm not mistaken too, that Janie is on a X Space tomorrow in regards to the Metaverse Fashion Week coming up starting the 9th with the Centraland. So
okay.
FYI on that one. I'm pretty positive she said it was tomorrow.
I'm trying to find it on her website or on her page. I don't see it. So, but
Oh,
yeah,
the
guys,
Metaverse Fashion Week. I think that
yeah,
one, right? Yeah.
is that on her X profile or not yet?
It's on the Decentraland X profile. They have
Oh,
like a
okay.
little post. They have a post on there for that.
Here,
I
well,
can
here, let's
show
pull
it.
it up. Decentraland. Hold on, guys. Live TV. You know how it goes here. So, all right,
You're right.
right
Yeah,
here.
that's kind of a
This is
gist
it.
of what it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
April 9th to 12th. Yeah,
And
so I
so
guess.
JD's going to be on this one.
Yeah, I believe there's a. She said there's a X space starting tomorrow.
Oh, let me
Should be.
just see.
All right, guys.
Sometimes they don't show up until
Like
The
the
day
day
of.
of. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, but there
guys,
was, I just saw my avatar.
guy over here, famous guy. Well, it is Fashion Week over there at the Decentraland, people. So go check that out, guys, and go check out Janie Park as well, with all of her millions of socials here, Janie. Oh my goodness. So, anyways, let's go move on. We're gonna be moving on to Bones B, guys. Now, who is Bones B? Well, I'll tell you who Bones B is. Bones is a digital collectibles enthusiast who is into many projects in the Web3 space. He's an informative content creator that makes content for NFTs and AR tech, with the belief that the future of gaming and fandom lies in blockchain community and the utility that can become of all that stuff. Check out his YouTube channel, his X socials, and you can catch him in many of the project and discords like Cryptoys, Elmon X, McFarlane Toys Digital, even our own project, guys, as well as the Superstar Money guys, and many, many more. I have a hard time keeping up with Bones and everything that he does in this space, guys. But right here, he is also a YouTuber right here. He's got a bunch of content covering a wide range of NFT and AR technology companies, platforms, and also collecting enthusiasts as well. And also, guys, I do have a video for Bones as well. Check this out.
Bones be here. It was just inevitable. I have to make this video because Cryptoys. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I am a Cryptoys moon boy. It is what it is. I've been following the company for a long time, and I love what they're doing. They are a digital toy company made by on-chain studios, bringing a whole experience to all ages. Now, this company is not just partnered, but it's invested by Mattel to give you these cool digital toys that you will eventually be able to. Elmon X. It is such a great platform. I love collecting Elmon X. You're getting officially licensed pieces of art from history that, you know, you can never even think to obtain in the real world, unless, of course, you have a lot of money, something that I do not have. This is why the digital is so amazing. If you do not know what Elmon X is, check out my playlist with a bunch of Elmon X videos that explains what the project is and how they are actually officially licensed NFTs. It's awesome. The back cowls. The back cowls hold a special place in my heart. Another project that holds a special place in my heart because when I found out that DC was doing a Batman experience, I've been a fan of Batman my whole life, watching the cartoons, watching the movies. And when I found out that they were going to do an NFT project that you can mint one-of-one bat cowls with unique colors, unique materials, unique mods, and whatever you're going to get that was unique to you, it was going to be a one-of-one, and it was going to be a whole experience where there's going to be a 52-day utility, and you never knew what the utility was going to be, but it was always going to be something special. I had to be involved. All right, that's it. I am, as you can tell, I'm so excited about Cryptoys. I want to talk about it for hours, but I won't do it all in this one video because I don't want this video to be massive, but I will make more videos about Cryptoys. There are so many new, this was even scratching the surface. There are so many features and so many things that are coming to this company. It is amazing. I'm a Cryptoys moon boy. What can I say? Thanks for watching. Bones B.
Guys, that is Bones B right there. And I really want to showcase him because I really feel like he's a content creator that nobody really knows about, specifically in the mainstream portion of it, but he does a lot of work with his content. He does a lot of deep dives. He's very informative. He's very polished in how he presents the content. So I really wanted to shine a light on this guy. D, anything you want to add?
Well, he is the Juju ambassador himself. Yeah, I mean, I love Bones B. He's amazing. He's always positive too with the different projects, and he's every time he like goes into a different project or starts learning about them, he he shares it in our Discord and other Discords if anyone wants to check it out. So he's another person too that also dives into multiple projects just to get eyeballs and and awareness to those other people in the space. And yeah, I mean, I like his informative videos, but he doesn't make them like super long where you're like, oh my gosh, when is
It's
this gonna end? Yeah. So he gives us just what we need to know and how to start our journey through that certain project. And yeah, just an overall really cool guy. And you should go follow him if you're not already, and subscribe to his channel.
Oh, shoot. You got muted. Sorry.
The producer says so. That's all.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Also, D, if you could, because I forgot to add all the links into the comments, if you could put everyone's YouTube channels that you know of and their X socials in the comments below, that would be really great. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And like I said, guys, go follow Bones right here. This is his YouTube channel right here. Bones B NFT, really quick content, really digestible, and a really awesome guy in the space. And guys, we are moving on to Pinky Hoot, who is a Web3 artist. And so who is Pinky Hoot? Well, she is a Chinese American visual artist and content creator. Through her ethereal and surreal art, she dives deep into the hidden emotions of everyday life, exploring how they shape our mental health and relationships. Her dreamy visuals invite viewers to pause, reflect, and find calm amidst life's chaos. In her work, women are suspended in moments of quiet meaning and introspection, surrounded by wonderful flora and fauna that symbolizes the inner voices we all carry, sometimes gentle, sometimes playful, and, occasionally dark. Once constrained by the starving artist stereotype, Pinky Hoot is now dedicating herself to breaking this myth and empowering Asian female creators globally. Her mission is to inspire them to boldly share their unique voices through art and storytelling. And guys, so besides her X profile right here, we also have her website, pinkyhoot.art. This is her as well. She's got her Etsy store right here with all of her beautiful art. And guys, we also covered her on Aloha Friday. D, please also put that into the comments. It's a very, very great conversation we had with her. I still remember this conversation, and I really, really enjoyed, talking with Pinky Hoot. And then also, she is a YouTuber and X streamer as well, where she does live watercoloring art. Watercoloring art. She does it live, by the way, guys. So go check her out right here, guys. And then also, I have a video for you for Pinky Hoot, and I think you guys might enjoy this one. Check it out. But yeah. Pinky Hoot. So how should we address you, and our audience should address you? Should we address you as Pinky Hoot, Pinky, or your name, Lissy?
Yeah. So I guess my real name is Lissy, and I got my art brand name is Pinky Hoot Art. But and I because I have pink hair just all throughout my life, people just have somehow end up calling me Pinky. So and people do that on social like naturally, and I have people do that in real life. So that's what I'm going with. So you can call me Pinky or Lissy.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, and the Pinky Hoot, I was checking out your many different, because you've got like a ton of socials out there. I'm like, how does she do all that? But I was looking at Pinky Hoot with the owl. Does that signify something for you?
Yeah, so the whole reason I came up with the stories kind of, I guess, is synchronizing with my artist journey, right? So I'll probably get into the story a little bit. But the Pinky Hood Owl is something I recently created. I don't know if you can see it somewhere, but I have my PFP and then I have my owl. You know, that's how far. And I'll go just slightly back to tell a story of the owl, and then maybe we can go further back if you want, or just go fast forward. Either way, right? So during before the pandemic, during the pandemic, I was a shoe designer, a sneaker designer for over 10 years. So that's my last life. I'm actually gonna hold a sneaker explanations Twitter Spaces for the Artifact community coming up in August. But I used to be a sneaker designer for a long time, and then during the pandemic, you know, everybody had a life crisis, realization of who they really want to be, so to speak. And I'm just part of the statistics. I was a sneaker designer. I think it was my dream job. I love what I did. But I think with every corporate job, it was, for a big sneaker company. So it's still a job for a company. And I think with all corporate jobs, and I think you have heard the story from many people that after a while, even though it's something you love to do, inevitably the politics, the layering, the ladder climbing, gets to you, especially for a creative person, right? So during the pandemic, I was home, just like everyone else. I was playing a lot of Animal Crossing, believe it or not. And in Animal Crossing, there is an owl. I'm sure if anybody who have played it, they know. And as I was playing the Animal Crossing, I just this name, Pinky Hoot, just came to me, right? Because I was thinking about my art and what I should be doing, and I was playing Animal Crossing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call my art thing Pinky Hoot, and I went back to change all my social handles and whatnot. The meaning is, I have pink hair, and I'm a hoot, and I love what the owl signifies. During that time, so it signifies the rebirth, wisdom, and just a new era to be ushered in, so to speak, right? So I kind of grabbed to the name, and fast forward until now, I kind of grew into that persona, right? And I think as I'm on this journey further along, it's also strange things happen, right? You start to realize that, oh wow, there were so many parts of me that was just not good enough to do what I'm trying to do now. And I think every entrepreneur, every artist out there, when they're stepping on this journey of becoming, you inevitably discover these things, and it's kind of up to you to either jump your feet in, just go with it, or you stop and then run away from it, right? There's two choices in my view. So I decided to jump right in, and yeah, I think few years now, I feel like I'm becoming a more comfortable person, and as an artist in general. So.
Let's go, guys. So I really enjoyed that interview with Pinky Hoot. We will also link that video to this, the recording of this after the fact. Unfortunately, I did not link it right now. That's on me. I'll get better at that. But, awesome artist. I constantly retweet her work. So if you do follow the Real Uncommon podcast on Twitter, you can see her work, because every time she goes and does her live watercolor painting, I retweet that stuff. Anytime I see her go live, I retweet this stuff, because, these artists are out there. They're trying to make a name for themselves. A lot of them are starving artists. I see you, Ronnie. And, it's just good to try to help these guys out. D, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I've tuned into a few of those, the lo-fi live watercoloring that she does, and it's so calming. It's so peaceful. So she's doing her thing, and she's got the lo-fi music in the background. And every once in a while, she she tries to concentrate, but when you have people just commenting in the chats, she takes time to just say hi to everybody. But yeah, I mean, she's an amazing artist. Please go check out her artwork. She has some amazing pieces in her collection. Yeah, and I'll put the link to the video. I gotta go find it. So you guys can go check it out if you want to. But yeah, just go and give her a follow. She also streams it on X at the same time. So you could when you're perusing through X and she's on. Oh, that's a beautiful piece. Look at those cherry blossoms. Beautiful, beautiful. once you're perusing through X, you can be notified and just go and check her out and just say hi, because she is such a talented person and full of energy, and just she's also very calming as well at the same time. But yeah, go check her out. She is awesome.
MetaBeast, I haven't really gone to you for the other creators, but like, have you heard of Pinky Hoot before?
I have not. I have not.
Okay, yeah. Give her a chance, give her a follow. I think you guys might like what she creates here. Very easy watch too. Like sometimes I'll just play her in the background, just watching her, do her painting and stuff. And I think we lost MetaBeast by accident, but that's okay, guys. He'll be back a little bit later. But anyways, guys, live TV as always. Follow Pinky Hoot right here, an awesome Web3 artist, and yeah, we'll go from there, guys. And lastly, we had to include, or at least for myself, because Dee also has someone she's going to mention, but I had to include this person in the list. It would be not if I didn't, but the man himself, who is in a space right now instead of watching this show, I see you, Dave, is none other than Dave himself, the OG himself. And we have MetaBeast right here as he's still locking in the blockchain. It must be that AOL dial-up. That's okay, MetaBeast, you're good. But, guys, this is Dave right here. Now, I know the majority of us know who Dave is, but check this out in case you didn't know who Dave was. Dave is a charismatic and passionate X-Space host, if you don't know who that is. He curates and engages in a vibrant discussion that brings a lot of people to the table. So basically, Dave's a people person, and he's in the people business. From high-level conversations with developers, thought leaders, and crypto enthusiasts, to the late-night ratchet hours of story time and mukbang sessions, he covers everything and everyone in the Web3 space. From the latest trends and market insights to emerging technologies, providing a platform for meaningful conversations for everyone. Join this man with his energy, his ambition, his charm, as he traverses the blockchain every single week for us, you guys. And so this guy, I mean, besides the shows that I have right here, he's got a ton of them. He's got all things crypto. He's got the Reset, which is now he's renamed Blue for some reason, but it's the Reset. And as well, he's on the Crypto Magic Hour with Vivi Magic. So this guy is all over the place. Before I get to my lovely panel to give us your insights on Dave himself, I have this video here for Dave. And how about we play it?
Welcome to All Things Crypto, where charts bleed, alpha drops, and nobody is safe. Hosted by Dave, Cool, and Nat, the only squad bold enough to run this wild ride 4 days a week. You want market talk? We got that. You want airdrop alpha? Every damn night. You want gigabrain guests, shady tokens, and wild takes? We've got bags. We've got beef. We've got bears and bulls. It's Monday through Thursday, 5:30 to 7 p.m. Eastern, live, unfiltered, unhinged. Every day is a new rug or a new Lambo. Every mic drop is a meltdown waiting to happen. So stop scrolling, tap in, tune in, ape in. This is ATC, All Things Crypto, live on X Spaces.
This ain't your average Sunday scroll. It's your front row seat to the wildest week in AI, crypto, and Web3. Want to know why you should show up? Listen up. 2 words, ladies and gents. Reset Sunday. Hosted by the one and only Dave with co-pilot Safi and Brad. And featuring the all-star squad of contributors, Scott, Janie, Landy, Eric, Hito, and Will. It's live on X Spaces every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so check the thread below. Set your reminders because we got big brains and hot takes. The world resets here. This, my friends, is Reset Sunday.
This week on Crypto Magic Hour, we're diving into the real-life journeys of people building their careers and companies in the world of Web3, crypto, and AI. Whether you're crypto native, just getting started, or exploring what's possible in this new digital frontier, you'll want to tune in.
And there you go, guys. That's Dave right here. Now, no, Dave did not write that for me. I wrote it myself, you guys. But I did discover something here while I was looking at Dave's information. He has an about me, guys, and he actually wrote something in it. That blew my mind right there. So I don't even have an about me. So geez, right there. But guys, you've interacted with Dave before. I've interacted with Dave, but what's your thoughts? We'll go to MetaBeast.
Okay, so my first thought was, I mean, it's cool. I love how he's doing those little videos and stuff. He's put a couple of things I've done to him too. But I had to laugh at the last part with the dashing, handsome, somewhat gray hair and the lovely lady. And my first thought is he's trying to model them after him and Junie.
Yeah.
I love it. I love poking fun at him. He's a fucking awesome guy. Excuse my language, awesome guy.
No, he's a fucking awesome guy. This is Web3. Trust me. Everybody in Web3 knows that people have a sailor's mouth. It's cool. D?
Oh, Dave. Dave, why aren't you here? David, can you hear us?
His phone's charged. Look, he's still got the blue ring.
He keeps teasing us with a reunion with Junie too. That's getting.
Yeah.
He says it is coming.
Okay. I'll see when it happens when I get notified.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's just a busy guy with all his spaces and live streams and mukbang and all that. Yeah. But it was really cool to actually meet him in person too. Yeah. It was really cool to meet him last year. I'm not sure if he's going to be going back to Vegas this year, but if he does, I'll be there, Dave. But yeah, I mean, whatever you hear on Spaces, that's pretty much who he is in real life, I think, from my interaction with him. But very, we made a lot of connection through Dave and, just expanding our horizons and portfolio and stuff with other people in the digital space. So, props to him for getting us involved and, just kind of expanding. And also, I really like his spaces. They're very educational. I love the stuff that he does and, just puts it out there for people to see. If you're interested, go ahead. If not, you can just keep scrolling. But yeah, very cool guy. Go give him a follow and check out, one of his spaces. You're bound to find one that is in your time zone. So yeah, go check him out.
There you go, guys. Go check them out. And those are all the creators that I had on my list to cover. Do you have anything that you want to cover, Dee?
Yeah, let me share my screen. I am kind of just working with one hand at the moment. So please excuse me, guys. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let me see if you can see that in a little bit.
Yeah, let me remove that and add that. Okay, there you go.
Okay. All right, so the person I wanted to highlight, because I really honestly don't know much about her, but maybe MetaBeast can also help me. So what I found was, so Kanessa, I hope I'm saying it right, MetaBeast. So Kanessa is a well-known member. Good. Okay, good job. Kanessa is a well-known member of the Decentraland community. And for those of you who don't know what Decentraland is, it is a virtual world that is powered by Ethereum. So in the Decentraland community, she is also the ambassador program coordinator. And like I said, I don't know too much like personal details about her, but from what I've seen in on the timeline and stuff, and her actions and work that I've seen regarding Decentraland, it shows how important she is to that community. So she also helps grow the community and spreads the word about the platform. I believe the ambassador program was started in 2022, and that was to link other users with other groups and to bring in developers and also to help the Decentral DAO, which is a group that runs things that she probably manages. And I believe she's also, let me post this one here. So that's what she's part of.
No, DAO is a whole subject in its own that you could all have a conversation
DAOs.
at some point if you like.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So many. So that's gonna be another another episode on Future Watch, just to cover all that in the future. Where was I? So I believe she also owns land in Decentraland, and so she's been like a long time user in the platform, and she's also an early adapter and an influential figure in the evolution of the Decentraland platform. Stop. And then she also co-founded what is it called? The Community Building Decentraland, which is, I love the acronym CBD, which is really awesome. Let me share this here. Okay. And so this was also a project to bring people together in the metaverse and in real life. So CBD lets people share ideas, learn, and work on projects. And it began with when it was Twitter, with the Twitter talks in May of 2022, and she does that with Sinful. Oh, what is his name? Sinful Meat Stick.
Yep.
Did I get that right? Yeah. And if you guys are interested, if you go to Sinful Media or Sinful Meat Stick on YouTube, you can find all the episodes that they have done with CBD and also other things. They also have Beyond the NFT that they do as well.
And if you watch the most recent one, you will hear me. I was just on last night.
Nice. Look at you. You're turning into a superstar, man.
I know. He's everywhere. But yeah, I mean, I gotta dive more into it and tune in more for the spaces. I know I wasn't able to catch this past Saturday's one. I believe it's at 9 a.m. Pacific time, so that's kind of when I'm still sleeping because it's like 6 in the morning for me. But they do have it as recording, so you can go and check it out. But
and they sometimes they can go from an hour. They've gone to 5 hours or more, just depending on what the community wants to talk about.
And it's really cool because I'm not part of the Decentraland community, but it's really awesome when I do happen to hop into a space that has Decentraland community members. And like the last time I hopped in, you guys were talking about making posters for an egg hunt, and there's going to be like this huge party. So I am really curious on the Decentraland platform. So if you check out Canessa's X profile, you'll see the link that says I can't see it here.
This Linktree?
CBD Linktree. Well, no, that only gives you her Twitter and YouTube. But if you go to the one that says at CBD Decentraland, you're able to go and it'll give you a link to go into the Decentraland and create your avatar and play around with that kind of stuff. And so hopefully I'm hoping to get her on the channel and have her talk more about herself and her role in the community, and and see what her the future is looking for her. So stay tuned for that. And I didn't have any recordings like Hinano did on her, but she's in a lot of spaces that's recorded, so go check her out and you'll see what she sounds like. So yeah, that is my coverage on Canessa as my community content creator pick of the week.
And she said yes. So
yes.
Yep.
Nice.
It's better when.
Okay, that's when Canessa.
Yep.
When. Yeah.
And I'll Decentraland wasn't going to be one of my first destinations. I thought I would try something different, but it will be probably my second one. So with the metaverse fashion, and I'm kind of behind the whole Easter egg hunt. So you have inside information on that as well.
Ooh, look at that. We have the architect in the studio with us, guys. But speaking of the architect, I think it's time for your segment. Are you ready, MetaBeast?
Never, but I can usually wing it.
That's how we roll here, guys. That's how we roll here, guys.
You got this.
So,
all right.
I
So
just
before you
Oh.
start, we're gonna transition to your. Oh, I'm sorry, I accidentally muted you. Here, let me unmute you. I was trying to mute D. Before you start, we're gonna transition into your own world here. But let me know when you're ready.
roll. Let's roll.
All right, guys. Our brand new segment with MetaBeast. Let's go. The floor is yours, my friend.
All right. Is my mic on? Yes, it is. Okay. All right. So today I just wanted to talk just a little bit about what the metaverse is to me, briefly, in case some people in the audience have no idea what it is, or some have heard of it and still don't really know what it is. But it's something I've been passionate about coming into the space many years ago, in early 2000s. I came across something called Second Life, which is a community, a digital world where you can represent yourself with an avatar. They have an economy. Creators built wearables or clothes for your avatar. And they would build structures and all kinds of things. And
Is that it?
What's that?
Is that it?
Oh, video. Hang on.
Second Life?
Move. I can't get this out of my way.
Oh. I mean, I think it's what you're describing. This looks like a virtual world right here.
It's got some hot air balloons. Explore, discover, create.
It's got a hand with an eye on it.
Yes, that is them.
Okay, go ahead, MetaBeast.
It's been a little while since I've been there. That's pretty cool. But it is. I mean, it's pretty amazing experience in its on its own. I went underwater. You could actually see fish and seahorse under there. They have an amusement park. I remember recently.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm really surprised it didn't gain more attention. But there is still an active and very passionate community within there. So that's where I got my first taste. Next taste was with I believe Paris Hilton for one of the metaverse music festivals they had which was in Decentraland, and she was like one of the big names, probably Snoop Dogg at the time too. But my computer just couldn't handle it at that time. So I came back, and I've been there and everywhere else I can find since. But the metaverse is here. I found what I feel is a pretty good representation of kind of what the metaverse is. And ultimately, I don't think it can be truly defined yet, because it encompasses so much, especially as far as tech that hasn't yet come in. Biotech, quantum computing, which is talked about, but where we're at officially with that, I don't know. And AI is starting to come in now too. But the metaverse is an evolving concept that refers to a virtual reality space where users can engage with a computer-generated environment and interact with others in real time. It is a collective shared space that encompasses augmented reality, virtual reality, the internet, creating a vast, interconnected, diverse or universe of digital worlds. Some other important factors, of course, is it is a Web3 style thing. So blockchain as well. Some people may be surprised to know that the earliest metaverse ever is from the 1980s, and I think it was Lucasfilms. And I gave you guys have that link. I found this out just recently myself. I think it's pretty hard to find on a search too if you just tried searching it and didn't know. But Lucasfilms had basically the first metaverse, a social little platform with pixels. Pretty simple kind of thing that probably later evolved into the games that we play. But
MetaBeast.
Yes.
So you said D has some links because I would like for her to share what she's talking about here. Do you have it up, D?
Well, I can get it.
Oh, here, I got it. Here we go. Here
Okay.
you go, MetaBeast. Yeah. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
This one's a YouTube on YouTube. 1987. It's called Habitat by Lucasfilm Games.
So we have that on the screen for you.
Okay. Awesome. I just can't move this. Why can I not move this? Sorry.
Your mouse.
Anyway.
Got to move the gnome out of the way.
It's not even that. It's Notepad. And I just can't find where I can grab it to move it. Because that's where my note. There we go. There we go.
There you go.
Out of the way.
You're working with one monitor, aren't you? Eh?
Yes. Can you tell? And I'm rocking. Thank you.
There you go. I didn't say anything, man.
I know you don't have to. I make fun of myself too.
No, I'm gonna rock now. Go ahead, man.
Anyway, what else did I want to say? So key characteristics about what the metaverse is. It's immersive, it's persistent, interoperable, which is something that has a ways to go, user-driven, social, and there's some sort of integrated economy, like within Decentraland. They have their token, which is called Mana, and that's how you purchase land and different things the creators make there. Which for this Metaverse Fashion Week coming up, they just had a contest too, and it was a whole digital wearable collection from around the world. So people created an article of clothing or wearable for avatars that they felt represented where they're from. So one of them goes by Pepe God, who was the person who took like 30 minutes and showed me how to work in Blender. I will never forget that, and I thank him. So
crash course.
Yes. He made me not afraid of it. But some of the big names around the metaverse that are trying to create some standards. One in particular practices or talks about safety within the metaverse, and especially if you want to put up the child safety program that these guys created. It's the last link under the XRSI initiative, and they've done safety in the metaverse talks like once a year, I believe. In December, they have a Metaverse Safety Weekend. They have a bunch of forums and stuff. I was hoping to get that into Decentraland someday, but another is the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, and then the Metaverse Standards Forum, they're working towards helping with that interoperability, meaning if you build in Blender, Unity, however you do, you should be able to take that item that is yours to any platform you wish. And I still think we're quite a ways away from that, but you just never know as fast as things are going. And then of course, there's a lot of metaverse enthusiasts' favorite, Meta, Facebook, who kind of killed the internet for us, or the metaverse for us. Their definition is an embodied internet where you're in the experience, not just looking at it. Kind of simple. But something people should know too is many of these, while they may have the whole VR experience, it is not required. So if any you've ever said, I don't go to the metaverse because I don't have goggles, or I don't have the VR headset to do so, you can still go. It's not the exactly same experience, which sometimes it can be you know, there's things that people get dizzy and stuff too wearing those headsets and some of the scenes. So in some ways it's probably better, but you can go check them out anytime. There's several different categories. There's different types of them. So there's like Decentraland, OnCyber, Voxels. They're decentralized Web3 built on the blockchain. You got your gaming ones like Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, social immersive ones called VR Chat, Rec Room, Horizon Worlds, and Spatial. And then you have augmented reality, AR, in particular, Upland, Over the Reality, Niantic, who's got to catch them all. So,
can I add one more after?
What? Yeah.
Well, when you're done, I'll add it when you're done.
Okay. So metaverse has kind of become a taboo word sometimes, like NFTs. Is metaverse dead? That kind of thing. It gets its share of that kind of stuff. So you may hear different words such as spatial web, extended reality ecosystem, immersive internet, or XR universe. I like my title of the show, virtual destinations, is what I like to call them now. But the metaverse is still being built, and it will likely take on multiple forms as it evolves. I'm sure it will not be the same today as it will be in 5 years. It may manifest as realistic 3D worlds, augmented overlays, AI-driven virtual companions, and such. Technologies like neurotech, spatial computing, and quantum networking is still developing, and those are things that will shape the future of the metaverse as well. So I hope that explains some things as to what the metaverse is, if people didn't know. But yeah, that's one of the things I find most people say is they don't have the goggles.
Yeah, and that's me. I'm one of those people that I don't like to wear the goggles until they really make it smooth for me. And maybe when they have the wearable glasses, it'll be different for me as well. I just don't like having anything encompass over myself. But yeah, I tried the Quest and I got dizzy. So I'm old school. I need a mouse, a keyboard, and all that stuff. That's me. I'm the old man over here. So I'm okay with that. What about you?
I haven't put my goggles on in a long time either. But I'm going to have to so I can go into some of these like Horizon Worlds. So,
and it looks really cool. Like I remember when we had you on Enter the Verse when we did the VVverse, and yeah, another one to me because you mentioned Fortnite, which is like a closed system. The VVverse that just came out, which is another closed system in a closed ecosystem, has a similar thing for world building and social media aspect as well. So I just want to add that. But I remember you telling me that the VVverse looked like realistic, but what I like that I see here is there's an active community. It looks active. You can do a bunch of things like emotes and dancing and all kinds of stuff. I mean, you guys have a fashion show here, and you just said that you're the mastermind behind an Easter egg hunt. So that's the kind of stuff I like to see, and I love to see that this type of environment that's been around for a while is still flourishing.
Yeah, after they went through a rough rocky patch too. They basically hit the reset button, and because Decentraland used to be a web browser based, you could go to enter through. You now have to download the client, their client
Makes
to do
sense.
it, and it made a lot of things that we had just gotten abilities. It took a lot of them away, but they're catching up again. They're catching up to where they left off, but it did sour.
Threw
a
some
lot of
monkey
us
wrenches
there.
into the experience, eh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but
That's
they
really
haven't
right.
cool,
left. Which and with Canessa, I've met her in person. I got to meet her in.
though. Nice.
We all had a meetup in
Oh,
Buenos
Denver.
Aires
Oh,
last
Venice.
year.
Oh, Argentina.
Oh my God, the steaks are so good. And that was my first official out of the country trip ever too. So
I remember you mentioning
Yeah.
this to us like in a story time or a space one time. I didn't know you actually went. That's cool.
yeah. So
Yeah, I
for
think it
you,
was
man.
when we had him on. I want to say. Yeah, I think it was when we had him on. We talked about Argentina.
sounds about right.
Well, I can tell you this: at least you came back with all your kidneys, because, and trust me, we were in the same experience, right? We went to a couple meetups. We didn't go out of the country, thank goodness, but we went to like Vegas and stuff like that. And I believe I got all my kidneys. We'll see, but
I did come back with the flu and COVID. That was wonderful. But
Ugh.
the steaks were phenomenal.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Almost,
it was the
almost my
steaks
steak.
that did you in, man. You didn't see. That's what happens when you don't do a virtual destination. You actually went there. You can come back with something. But MetaBeast, this has been an awesome segment right here. And I want the audience to understand what we're doing here is we want to try to give you a platform to give you a voice, as well as give you a separate segment. So if you decide to take this content wherever you want to go, it's yours. Because like in blockchain as well as Web3, you should be able to take your stuff with you. That's how we feel like over here. So, I just know whatever content you do here and you create, it is your content. You can take it wherever you want, as well as everything that was created for you. You have the commercial rights to all of it. And I can't wait to see what you do with all this.
Thank you. And I do have a challenge kind of out there. I have yet for anyone to name a metaverse that I haven't been to, heard of, or is written on my list of numerous ones.
Okay,
I think
so
they're
right
talking
here.
about Omni with the NVIDIA, within the NVIDIA company.
Is that like another metaverse?
So. That's how I know of Omni anyway.
Okay.
NVIDIA.
Never heard of it before.
That's I think, as far as I know, it's more business related for businesses to do trainings and work on projects and things in the metaverse, in a metaverse style or thing. So
awesome.
We're gonna have to check that one out.
Now put that on the list right here, guys. And is that all you wanted to give out on your segment, MetaBeast?
I think so. Unless I told you something that I forgot. I'm forgetting.
we forgot together, brother. So, guys, this has been Virtual Destinations with MetaBeast. There, signed, sealed, delivered. Package that, MetaBeast. Let's go. Guys, this has been the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, this one was a little bit more casual. We wanted to really spotlight people that maybe you guys have never heard of, or maybe you have heard them, and you wasn't really sure if they were active again. So I hope you guys like the list. We will make sure to link everything in the comments down below, along with some of the YouTube interviews that we've done with some of these people. And before we go and say our final words with the panel, we will be right back after this commercial break.
Looking for an escape? Want to connect with like-minded people that share the same love of pop culture fandom in a safe and secure platform? Look no further than the VVverse. Immerse yourself in a world of creativity and social experiences. Play and interact with your favorite characters from Marvel, Star Wars, and many more. If you would like to know more, follow the Real Uncommon podcast and all their socials for information, live stream shows, and a chance to connect with the community.
That's right, guys. So we are VV affiliates right there. And the VVverse is another kind of walled garden, closed ecosystem type of virtual world, like another virtual destinations. MetaBeast has been in it before, and a lot of the VV community are in there creating. So if you guys are interested in trying to try out that experience where you can mess around with IP branded collectibles, digital collectibles specifically, let us know. No pressure at all. You have an opportunity to get 10 free gems if you decide that you want to try out the experience. And we'll leave the link in the comments down below, and we'll leave it like that. You guys, this has been awesome. Another really cool episode of Future Watch. How did you like your segment, MetaBeast, and as well as the experience so far?
It didn't flow out my mouth as well as I would have liked it to, but I think I got my main points out there. So
story of my life, man. So don't worry about it. It's live TV. It's all good.
It'll
People
be
are
different.
forgiving.
It'll be different next week when I actually show you guys what one looks like. Seeing is more believing in anyway. So
that's what I've been told. But thank you, MetaBeast. We really appreciate your new segment. And I hope also the audience appreciates virtual destinations right there. Also, guys, one last thing. Close out the show. I'm going to pull up something real quick.
Yeah, just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's tuned in and watching. This has been, episode 2. So we're going to have more information for you all in the future ones to come next week and the following weeks. And just like I said in the beginning of the show, let us know if there's projects or some things that we need to keep an eye out and you guys want us to cover. And hopefully we can provide that for you all. But thank you everybody for tuning in and watching.
And also, guys, follow our Polymetaversalist on the panel right now. MetaBeast himself, he's also goes by One Existence, and I can't wait to see where virtual destinations takes us in the future. MetaBeast, close it out.
I'll be quick and just do it with the way I used to close out the Twitter space for virtual destinations, and that is be safe, be well, be you.
And there you have it, guys. We will catch you on next week's episode of Future Watch. Until then, take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Aloha.
Bye.
Future Watch, we're leading the way. Tomorrow's now, it's here to stay. From pixels to power, we're shaping the scene. The Real and Common podcast, the ultimate dream. Digital skies where the avatars